What's up, everybody? I'm Brian from I Want Tesla. It's a gloomy day today, but I'm heading down to Charlotte. I'm having some fun after I'm doing some errands, and it might be gloomy, but how can you be gloomy when you have a car like this? I'm heading down to Charlotte because I'm going to be, if you know my channel, you know I love Sun Stoppers. It's a great place to get window tint and paint protection film, but I'm heading down there to meet with my friend Mike. He's the owner of Sun Stoppers, and I'm going to be on his podcast.
Oh, ding, 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 ding. I won.
Yeah. Plus,
Dude, that's badass. I own a business, and I'm worried about Google reviews because I want Google reviews. And I want good ones because Google ranks you on the activity of your review. You love that. That's good shit, right?
Yeah.
So
it's 120.
No worries.
And we're going to be talking Tesla. We're going to be talking fun stuff. I know it's going to be a blast. I always have fun with Mike. I've been listening to his podcast, and it's really good. If you're into finding out how people started their business, why they started their business, and how things progressed, and like the inner workings of people's businesses, and just great questions. Mike is a great interviewer, and he's got a marketing degree, so he asks some really good questions, and I'm excited to talk Tesla and talk. We're going to have a good time in a store I've never been to. This is the South End store. I've never been there, so it's going to be fun to see another one. There's so many of them across the country. I haven't seen them all, obviously. Oh, and if you haven't seen the color yet of the car, I don't know how this is going to play into when this is coming out in the videos, but yeah, it's a different color now, and I think it looks cool. What do you think? I'm asking you a favor. There's a link down below to the podcast. I'm going to show some of the podcast, I think. It depends if they give me any of the footage, but click the link. His podcast is on YouTube, of course. There's a video. And it's also on Spotify. It might be on something else. I'll find out. I'll have all those links down below. But click the link, watch it, blow it up. Subscribe to the podcast. I think it's a great podcast. Let's make the Tesla podcast be the most blown up one, When someone searches his channel, they say, "Oh wow, look, there's 10,000 views on this video, and it's a Tesla related one." Let's do that. Also, down below, let me know if you want to see me go over all of the add-ons I have to this car. I mean, there's a lot, and there's more coming. But let me know down below. Awesome, man. I like it. I've only seen from there.
Did you have your lights, Micah, for the bar area?
Yeah. I won Tesla. So we're here with Brian Jenkins. How much money do you think you save on gas?
A lot.
Let's get to it. What's going on, Brian?
Not a whole lot.
What's up, buddy?
Thanks for having me here.
Man, of course. You're amazing. Love you. Let's have a toast. We're going to drink a little bit of whiskey. All my really, really close friends get it. Well, I had a close friend on earlier, but it was 9:30 in the morning. So I had to wait till it's 12 o'clock, so we can have a sip.
Yeah.
Brian and I met at Cars and Coffee. Mm-hmm. I was interested in what he had on. He had a shirt on that said, "I won Tesla." And I said, "What is that?" And he goes, "Well, I started a YouTube channel about Teslas." And Teslas was probably maybe 2 or 3 years.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, like two years of traction of in the window tinting world, a lot of guys were fearful of the Teslas because they have such a huge, large Beck window. And I was like, you know what? For my window tinting business, I think getting to know this guy would probably be pretty good for my business. So I'm over here motivated, have an incentive going, hey, man, how would you like me to tint your car in exchange for you to show people what we do at Sun Stoppers? And I guess the sky was the limit after that, and we ended up liking each other. And most of the really close friends of mine in my life are like you.
Really?
Every one of them. They're quieter. They're more introverted. They're smart. They're analytical thinking. And I'm the spark.
Yeah.
I'm fuel. You're the motor.
Yeah. I'm definitely an introvert.
Absolutely.
Which is great for YouTube because it's a very lonely business. It's just me and a camera and a computer.
Right.
I do get to meet everybody or a lot of people, and it's fun. but it's very, very lonely sometimes.
It's just soothing. I
Yeah.
don't know why that is, but I feel soothing feelings. Like when I'm around you, I'm like, there's no anxiousness. I don't feel like I'm in a hurry. I don't feel like I'm trying to prove anything to you. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, it's like my calming nature, I guess.
Yeah.
But I can turn it on and off. I used to sell cars for 8 years.
You sold cars?
Yeah.
Get out. I didn't know that about you.
Yeah, up in Ohio, I sold Fords
Really?
for 8 years.
No.
I loved it.
Did you?
Yeah, and you can't be an introvert if you're a car salesman.
That's crazy. I think it is vital or urgently important that people, when they get out of college or even before college, go sell cars for 3 months. Just 3 months, 90 days. You will learn so much about people.
Mm-hmm.
You will learn so much about yourself.
Yeah.
And you will learn how to, and I know this is probably not the right word, manipulate the
Yeah.
managers.
It sounds bad, but yeah.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about,
I
right?
do know
Where did the love of cars come from?
I've always loved cars. I've always liked cars.
What, since you were a kid?
Yeah, I mean,
Did you play with model cars?
oh yeah.
Did you have like, Hot Wheels?
I had some Hot Wheels.
I had a bunch of Hot
I had a
Wheels.
bunch of RC cars. I used to
Okay.
love those
Yeah.
things. And it just, you play the game with your brother. My car, and
Yeah.
you just learn the cars that way. And I still remember we went up to Canada I think I was like 5 or 6 years old, and we stopped. My dad's from Canada, and we stopped at a dealership because we had to go to the restroom. Well, he pulled into a Lamborghini dealership. And
mistake.
Yeah, no salesperson came up to us, of course, but we got to sit in. I think it was a Diablo. I can't remember exactly, but
You sat in a Lambo.
oh yeah,
Yeah, and you were like, want one of these.
that's the only time I've ever sat in a Lambo too.
That's crazy. Well, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I can get you one if you want to drive one. You can go drive one.
I'd love to.
They're not that much fun. So now this new venture of you wrapping,
Yeah.
you're now wrapping Teslas.
Well, I got into it just because I wrapped my own,
Yeah.
and you did PPF on my cars,
Yep.
and I've wrapped over top of it, which is I wanted to see if it would work, and it does. And I like the idea of color changing because YouTube you have to stand out.
Yep.
And paint protection is awesome, but it's not. When I have a gray car and you put paint protection on it, it doesn't stand out from
It's still
everyone
a
else
gray
on
car.
YouTube. So I've kind of do some wild things with my cars, and
What is a Roadster? Is that a plaid
It's
Model
a-
S like track car? Like is like an F1?
I think right now it's a mythical creature.
They're not making them, are they?
They are.
When?
They're supposed to go into production next year, and they've said that every single year. But they've been waiting for these new batteries that they're actually testing now.
I should have ordered the one when I was talking to you on the phone that one day.
Yeah.
I wanted it. I should have just bought it. I was like, electric car. Oh my God, I got to charge it.
You just plug it in at home, 220 line, or any of your stores.
We have them at our
Yeah.
stores. I know. I could just leave it at the shop.
Yeah.
That's funny. But no, thanks for coming on, man. I learned a lot about the I1 Tesla brand, and the T-shirts are $29.99, and they're on sunstoppers.com dealer store if you'd like to buy.
We should do that.
Yeah, we should. I get them for $9.99, and we sell them for $29.99. I1 Tesla T-shirts.
Use my affiliate link.
Yeah, you get a discount code of 15%. I love it.
Let's do whatever you want to do.
Nice seeing you guys.
I'll see
You too.
Bye.
TB.
So, done with the podcast, and a little too much to drink, so I gotta walk home. It's a long walk, but car should be fine back there. Hope you watch the podcast. There's 3 ways to get into it: Apple Podcast, Spotify, and on YouTube. Let's blow this up. The Tesla podcast, have that be the most watched one. He just started this podcast a little bit ago, so there's not many subscribers. So subscribe to it. He asks a lot of good questions, and his guests so far have been pretty good. So I've enjoyed it. I think you will too. As always, stay awesome, stay positive, and I'll catch you on the next one. But before that, if you have any questions from the podcast, leave them down below in this video or in the YouTube one, and I'll try to go back to that and answer those for you. And let me know if I screwed up by saying something stupid too. I'm sure you will. See ya.